Welcome to the Lure of Temptation. Today we're diving into the most popular forms of gambling, from glitzy casinos to the seductive world of online betting. But behind the glamour lurk risks that could change your life forever. Are you caught in this dangerous spiral? Join us as we uncover the truth and reveal the scary risks in today's video. Don't miss out. Let's get started. Gambling has long held a special allure in human culture, intertwining hope, thrill, and the eternal chase for fortune. Throughout history, countless individuals have been drawn into the flashing lights of casinos, the suspenseful scratch of lottery tickets, and the ever-present hum of sports betting markets. But behind the excitement and possibility of windfall gains lies a world fraught with hidden dangers, often overshadowed by the glitz and promise. To truly understand the risks, one must first explore the various popular forms of gambling and examine the perils that accompany each. Among the most timeless and recognizable forms of gambling are casino games. These bustling establishments captivate visitors with an array of options: blackjack, poker, roulette, baccarat, slots, and more. Each game promises the chance to beat the odds and walk away with pockets lined with winnings. Slot machines are especially ubiquitous, drawing tens of millions of gamblers with their simplicity and electrifying lights. With just the pull of a lever or press of a button, fortunes can seemingly change in an instant. Blackjack and poker, on the other hand, offer an enticing blend of skill and luck, inviting players to test their wits against both the dealer and each other. Yet casino games are structured with the so-called house edge, mathematical advantages built into every bet that ensure over time the house will profit. Players may experience occasional windfalls, but statistically, the casino is always favored. This subtle but relentless feature of all casino games forms a major source of risk. Many gamblers, lured by intermittent wins, develop the false belief that a big break is inevitable, not realizing that these environments are engineered to maximize both excitement and loss. Lotteries compose another widespread and alluring branch of gambling. Whether in the form of weekly number draws, scratch tickets, or vast international jackpots, lotteries appeal with the ultimate promise: overnight riches for minimal investment. The very structure of the lottery preys on the hope and imagination of its participants. Massive jackpots dazzle, advertisements recount emotional tales of winners, and for the price of a coffee, anyone can take a shot at a life transformed. But the odds are staggeringly unfavorable. The likelihood of winning the largest lotteries often stands at 1 in hundreds of millions. Despite this, massive sums are spent, and for many, the lottery translates into a recurring, even habitual expense. The dangers here are twofold. On the individual level, persistent lottery gambling can erode financial stability for those least able to afford it. On the societal level, lotteries often target vulnerable populations, using aggressive advertising to promote an often unattainable dream. Sports betting, too, has exploded in popularity, fueled in recent years by online platforms and widespread legalization in many regions. No longer confined to backroom bookies, sports wagering is now a mainstream activity. Whether it's betting on the outcome of the Super Bowl, wagering on a horse race, or placing live bets during a soccer match, the options seem endless. The psychological component of sports betting is unique. Enthusiasts tout special knowledge and strategy, believing their expertise can outmaneuver chance and the bookmaker's odds. While some bettors may occasionally win, most ultimately lose, as bookmakers are experts at setting lines that ensure profitability regardless of game outcomes. A particular hazard here lies in the immediacy of betting. Online platforms enable instant wagers from the comfort of home or even via smartphones. This convenience can quickly devolve into compulsive and impulsive betting behaviors. The constant availability of new games, sports, and bet types can cause individuals to chase losses rapidly, exacerbating financial and emotional peril. Online gambling, a relatively modern development, encompasses a spectrum of activities, from digital slot machines and poker to virtual sports betting and casino-style table games. The internet has made gambling more accessible than ever. This borderless, 24/7 industry brings unprecedented convenience, but also enormous risk. The anonymity and isolation inherent in online gambling can make it easier for individuals to disguise or deny the extent of their behavior, even from those closest to them. The rapid pace of play and the use of credit rather than cash can accelerate losses. Furthermore, the design of many online games uses psychological triggers, such as near misses, bright visuals, and celebratory sounds, to stimulate the brain's reward system, amplifying the risk of addiction. Card games, such as poker and bridge, have long been a staple of informal gatherings and high-stakes tournaments alike. While they combine elements of chance and skill, playing for money can introduce complications. The competitive nature of these games can tempt individuals to bet beyond their means, especially when facing repeated losses. The myth of being one hand away from recouping losses encourages risky behaviors which can lead to spiraling debt and emotional distress. Bingo, often associated with social gatherings and charitable events, is another widespread form of gambling. It may seem benign compared to louder, glitzier alternatives, but bingo can quietly exact a toll. Especially where high-stakes games are involved, players can rapidly lose significant sums in the pursuit of elusive jackpots. The communal nature of the game can sometimes mask the severity of losses, normalizing repeated gambling as part of group activity. Raffles and sweepstakes, while often used for fundraising, also share many dangers with other gambling forms. The purchase of tickets for the chance to win big can encourage compulsive buying and breed disappointment and resentment among habitual participants. The dangers inherent in all forms of gambling extend far beyond the simple loss of money. The most widely acknowledged risk is gambling addiction, a disorder characterized by an uncontrollable urge to keep gambling despite harmful consequences. Addiction can manifest subtly, starting with occasional social gambling and progressing to obsessive, life-disrupting patterns. Individuals suffering from addiction may conceal their behavior, lie about losses, and resort to desperate measures to fund their habit. The fallout can include ruined finances, broken relationships, loss of employment, and profound psychological distress. Financial hardship is a direct and pervasive danger. The hope of recouping losses, a phenomenon known as chasing, can lead to increasingly risky bets and mounting debt. Many who struggle with gambling often find themselves caught in a vicious cycle, using one form of gambling to pay off the losses from another. In some communities, gambling debts can have particularly dire social consequences, jeopardizing not just individual well-being but also family stability. Social isolation and deteriorating mental health frequently accompany problematic gambling. Shame, anxiety, and depression grow as debts increase and relationships strain. The secrecy that surrounds addictive behavior only magnifies these effects, causing some to retreat further from supportive social networks. In severe cases, gambling addiction is associated with increased substance abuse, criminal activity, and even suicidal thoughts or actions. It's also important to recognize that gambling industries systematically encourage high-risk behavior. Through seductive marketing, rewards programs, and targeted incentives, casinos and online platforms create environments where time and money evaporate with alarming speed. For instance, loyalty programs often reward big spenders with perks that foster more frequent and higher-stakes wagering. Nearly every element, from the layout of physical casinos to the notifications on a smartphone app, is designed to keep players engaged. Young people are especially vulnerable to the dangers of gambling. With the proliferation of online games that include gambling elements, such as loot boxes in video games, adolescents can become acclimated to wagering real or virtual money from an early age. This early exposure is linked to higher risks of developing gambling problems later in life. Lastly, the impact on families and communities is profound. Partners, children, and friends may suffer the consequences of a loved one's gambling, experiencing emotional pain, financial insecurity, and even homelessness. Communities with high rates of gambling often see correlating increases in crime, bankruptcy, and mental health issues. While gambling can be a form of entertainment for many, its risks must not be underestimated. Understanding the allure and dangers of popular gambling forms enables individuals to make informed choices, support those at risk, and advocate for responsible practices. Education, support, and regulation all play vital roles in addressing the complex web of harms that gambling can create, ensuring that hope and excitement are never outpaced by danger and despair. Thanks for tuning into The Lure of Temptation. Gambling can be a powerful pull, but knowing the risks is your first step to staying safe. Share this video to warn your loved ones and subscribe for more gripping content. What's your take on gambling? Drop a comment below. We suchen Sie wieder mit uns in die nächste aufregende Episode der Versuchung. Catch you in the next video.